2004. I'm going through some of the best movies for each year that I have been alive. And in the year 2004, I was 14.
Will's doing it.
And I know this is not all the movies from 2004, but these are just some of my favorites that I absolutely love, and I want to talk about them. Starting off 2004, very strong with Spider-Man 2. The first one's I absolutely love. This one might be a touch better. I don't know. It's pretty close. You have Dr. Octopus in this one just being just a good villain against Peter. Sam Raimi just does such a good job with these characters and just keeping the fun and the excitement up the entire movie all the way through. You have some amazing set pieces. You have the subway, runaway subway. He's trying to, stop it with all his webs and all that kind of stuff. Them fighting on top of the train. All this different stuff that it kind of just heightens and heightens and heightens. And it's just well done all the way through. Spider-Man 2, mwah, chef kiss. Next up, you have one of my favorites, Edgar Wright. Just such a good and fun filmmaker. Every time I see a movie from him, I'm like, this is just so fun and well done. He does such an interesting job with transitions. He isn't just cut from one thing to the next with an establishing shot. He does really fun, cool whips showing like someone putting the seatbelt on, then the person driving, and then all these different things, little tiny mini vignette things to get to the next scene. And it's just so energetic and just really, really just a great time to watch. And of course, you have great zombie work in this. You have fun, they have action scenes with music to the beat, all these different things like that. They're just so different, but then silly, and just it's a great time to watch. If you have not seen Shaun of the Dead, go check it out. Switching up a little bit, we have Napoleon Dynamite. I remember when I saw this movie for the first time, and I just thought it was so dumb and stupid because I didn't get it. And I watched it again. I think, I'm not sure how much more later, but I watched it again. And then I was like, oh, I'm an idiot. This is amazing. The dryness of it, the characters are just so like deadpan serious and doing the most fun and interesting things. It's one of those movies you like really just have to love. And it's like, oh, my tots. Like, there's just so many things, and it's just like, what is going on? But that movie really is a cult classic, and also just like jumped into the zeitgeist. So much of that time was Napoleon Dynamite. I remember the Vote for Pedro shirt I had. It was just a moment. It was a thing, a moment that everyone just said, that is weird, and I love it. A very different kind of high school movie. We have Mean Girls. Another Lindsay Lohan, just absolute like touchstone of a movie. Yeah, Rachel McAdams being, you always forget she's in this movie because she does such a good job of playing so many different kind of characters. She has a really good range. This movie is just a classic, high school movie of girls being nasty to each other. It is quotable to no end and some really great people in it. Mean Girls, they made it into a musical. They made the musical also into a movie. Mean Girls is just one of those classics for people of my generation. They just will always love it. Next up, we have The Incredibles. What a good time of a movie. You watch this, the stakes are there, the superpowers are so fun, you have all these great characters with different interesting powers, and it's just also about a really nice family movie of them not getting along, them not living their true selves, and then they are able to use their powers. They're able to go out there and save the day, and it just feels good, and at the end, you're just like, oh, I want a warm hug from all those characters. And they came out with a sequel, I think not as good as the original because it was a sequel so far later. So it kind of lost its touch, its magic. But the movie looks great. It has this fun retro vibe, which is really interesting and kind of different for, movies like that. And it's just, you can't beat Incredibles. Coming up next, we have the comedy that kind of defined myself in this time. We have Anchorman. The amount of times me and my friends would just sit around and just quote the movie to each other, not even having a conversation about anything important, literally just putting lines back and forth into each other's mouths. And it's just, mwah. Will Ferrell, Steve Carell, Paul Rudd. The cast is just stacked, and you just can't beat it. The quotableness of this movie is off the freaking charts. Oh, milk was a bad choice. Oh, just everything about it. And the bloopers are so great. I've watched this so many times. Same thing again. They had a sequel come out probably too much later after the movie. Not as fun. Didn't capture the same magic. But What a movie. Anything Will Ferrell's in, I'm in. He's just magnetic. Next up, we have I, Robot, Will Smith. There's robots. He doesn't trust them. Then one's might have committed a crime. We're trying to figure it out, but actually it's a bigger conspiracy. This movie is, very light sci-fi, but, what happens in the future when we all have robots. We're not that far off nowadays, which is kind of crazy. Every time I see Elon come out with some silly robot, he's like, this is going to change the world and cook and clean. I always think of this movie and I'm like, I don't know about that. They do some great CG on this robot. Kind of, he's like somewhat see-through, but his eyes are very, very human-like. So it does a really good job of doing that. I'm a big sci-fi nerd, so anything with robots or in the future and what's going to happen to us in who knows how many years, I'm always in. Now up next, and switching it up very, very abruptly, we have Saw. This is the first Saw movie. They've made 100 later. Some are okay, some are not, some are weird, and some are just whatever. But this is the one that really started off with the mystery of who is what's going on, and the body horror, the torture porn that they ended up calling it, because it was just like, and do you want to play a game? Go into this guy's belly and pull out a key, and then unfree yourself before the time goes off. Or if the time goes off before you get it, your head blows off. I watched all these back when they were coming out in early 2000s and on. I think I'm good now. They have newer ones that have come out in the last couple of years. I haven't rushed to them because I kind of, once you've seen a couple of Saws, you kind of seen them all. So, but this one was kind of a groundbreaking at the time. Now I'm kind of over them. Yeah. And to end the list, we have Day After Tomorrow. Just a really fun disaster movie where you have, climate change and stuff, which, well, that sounds familiar. Things, just weather patterns being all messed up. Oh, it sounds familiar again. And then the Earth pretty much going to a second ice age. It hasn't happened yet, but I'm waiting. You have Jake Gyllenhaal. You have all these people, great cast, and it's just really, really interesting disaster movie, all in New York City. You have seeing all the water fly through the city. It's the Statue of Liberty, pretty much like a wave, pretty much taking it out, and then everything freezing on top of it. So it's it was all crazy flooding, and then it just got so cold that everything just froze high. So it's I don't know how many people would have perished in that. So many probably, but they do a really good job of keeping it kind of contained and to kind of just this small group, and you follow them and just trying to survive in this harsh condition. It's just a really good movie. Jake Gyllenhaal is a great guy. Some really good movies this year. Some really good ones. 2004. Good job, yo. Good job. If you like this, I'm making a playlist that has all the years up from 1990 all the way up to today. If you could please subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. And you want to follow me on Letterboxd? I love that app and I post all the time. I love making these things. I hope you enjoy watching them. What was your favorite movie from 2004? Let me know down below. See ya.